Okay.
There. Oh, it's right there.
Ready to go, ladies.
Hey,
Okay.
there we go. I think we're on. Are we on?
You're on.
All right. Good morning. My name's Katie. This is my mom, Liz. We are Heart to Heart Yoga. Hi, guys who are with us every week. Hope you guys had a good week. If you're new to our class, then welcome. Yeah, welcome and good morning. So it is a new month, but we have a little bit of a hiccup. So we didn't have a full month of days last month in July. So we're gonna extend and do the same thing we were doing in July today, because also Mom and I have a vacation next week and we will not be here next Monday. So the following Monday is when we will be doing August. So today we're going to go over the same things we've been going over in July, and that is our breath work was we're trying to breathe first and then move. Our focus for the month, or our what do I want to say, philosophy, or our focus was interdependence, and that's just turning inward instead of focusing on things outside of ourselves. Also, we've been doing foundational flows, which last month and this month, where we put 3 very common poses together and put them in a little flow so you guys can get used to seeing these poses, because if you go to another yoga class, these are poses that you may see. Also, we do record on YouTube, so if you want to access the class later, you can go to YouTube, put it in Renowned Health, Heart to Heart Yoga, there will be. So Mom's going to talk about props and pain.
Yes. So if you're new to practicing with us, if you experience any type of pain at all or become uncomfortable, stop what you're doing. If you're practicing on the mat, Kate is going to demonstrate a pose that you can go into. It's called Child's Pose, and you can use this pose throughout the class anytime you need to. The knees can be together or the knees can be apart. And when you could also roll over on your side, or you could just lay on your back, right? Now, if you're practicing in the chair, just sit back comfortably. And when you're ready in either place, you can resume your practice. Now, props, some of us could probably use blocks every single class. So if you have some available, that would be great. Or you could use 2 cans of food, tall, maybe juice cans, or pillows, or
Bring the ground closer.
Right. It helps to bring the ground closer to you. Now, some of you might want to have a blanket or a towel. So that might be an option also. We'll see. And if we're practicing in the chair. Yeah, now chair. If you're practicing in the chair, we would like you to use a chair that doesn't have any armrests and it doesn't have any wheels. And we would like you to be on a non-skid surface. Also, you can place a mat underneath your chair like I have, or not. That's totally up to you. And another choice you have is that you can practice with your shoes on or your shoes off. Totally up to you.
Okay, we create this class or we put it together for beginners at all levels. That's why we offer the chair and the mat. We also try to do an overview of what yoga is. And yoga is the integration of the body, the mind, and the inner self. We do poses for the body. We set intentions or share philosophy for the mind. And we ask that you pay attention to how you feel during and after the practice, bringing awareness to your inner self. So we have changed the class a little bit to where we talk about our intention at the beginning of the class. So I told a story a few weeks ago about two people, Mr. Happy and Mr. Not Happy. And they were asked to go out into the world. Mr. Happy was asked to go out and find a bad person or an unhappy person. And Mr. Unhappy was asked to go out in the world and find a happy person. And I really love this story because both of those example people came back and Mr. Happy couldn't find an unhappy person in the world. And Mr. Unhappy couldn't find a happy person in the world. That says a lot about what happens inside of us and how it goes through our filter and how we see when we're happy, we see the best parts of people. And when we're not happy, I think we see the worst parts of people. So that's where our work is on us, because then it changes everything around us. So we'll begin the class with that. We normally begin with a comfortable seat.
Yep, that good old comfortable seat, which for years has probably been this with that rounded spine. Yoga asks that you sit with the pelvis pushed forward, which is, if you notice, automatically started to elongate my spine. However, some of us need a little help with this, and that's where a yoga blanket or a yoga towel would come in handy. And if you notice, Kate has placed a towel underneath the sitting bones, and she's sitting to the front edge of that towel. This helps the knees get below the hips, if you can. So something else that we do is you can choose to sit crisscross applesauce. You can bring the legs out a little bit farther in front of you, still crossed. You can keep your legs straight, or you could even sit in butterfly if you want. Choose the one that's comfortable for you. And if it becomes uncomfortable, change positions. Do that. And we stack the joints, whether we're seated, kneeling, or standing. So we want to make sure that Kate's shoulders are over her hips. Her ear is in line with her shoulder. Her chin is parallel to the ground, and she can choose to close her eyes or have a soft gaze looking down. If closing your eyes doesn't work for you, choose that soft gaze looking down. And if we've been seated for a long time and those hips get a little achy and stiff and just changing positions doesn't work, maybe try rocking side to side. Let's see if that helps. Okay, if we're practicing in the chair, we ask that you sit to the front edge of your chair. You can place a block, a book, or maybe a pillow behind your back. And if you start to slouch, you're going to bump into your block, book, or pillow, and it will remind you to sit up nice and tall. Our legs, when we're sitting in the chair, we'd like them to come straight out from the hip joints, knees not too close together or too far apart, if you can. So feet are flat on the floor, and we stack the joints even when we're seated in the chair. We'd like the knees over the ankles, shoulders in line with the hip, ear in line with the shoulder, and chin parallel to the ground. Chair practitioners, you can choose to close your eyes, or if that's uncomfortable for you or causes vertigo or something like that, or dizziness, try just the soft gaze looking down. And as always, before we start any physical movement, we do what we call grounding, coming into the moment, coming into our practice right here, right now, this moment. And we do that by bringing our attention to how we're feeling, bringing our attention to our sit bones, those two bones in our bottoms. Allow them to push into the mat and into the chair. Allow them to feel heavy, like they're melting into the mat. And chair practitioners, bring your attention also to the bottoms of your feet. Let them feel heavy also. pushing into the mat. Letting go of whatever doesn't serve you. Thoughts of what happened before class, any things you wanted to do, letting go of things that you want to do after class. See if you can be right here, right now, concentrating on those sit bones, allowing them to be heavy. Reach up through your spine with your mind's eye. Sit up nice and tall. Reach out through the crown of the head. Let's bring those shoulders up to the ears. And then let's roll them back and down. Now we've moved the shoulders. Did our spine go with us? We're relaxing the shoulders, but the spine is still straight and tall. Move your jaw back and forth if you like, seeing if you have tension in the jaw. Come back to center. Maybe move the head side to side, noticing if you have tension in the neck. Most of us do. That's just life. We'll come back to center. See if you can allow those facial muscles to relax, the eyes to soften, and allow the body to feel heavy, surrendering to it right now by letting go. And if you feel ready, you can gently open the eyes if they're closed. So we're going to move on to our breath exercise, which is breathing first and then moving. And Kate and I felt that this was really an important breath exercise to learn because it can really help you with your yoga off the mat, which would be when your peace gets disturbed by others or certain situations. You can take that breath and then make your decision to respond. So hopefully it teaches you to respond rather than react. It's an option. Don't just believe that yoga teacher because they say that. You can try to experience it for yourself. So we're going to breathe together. Now, also, I want to say that if breathing deeply makes you feel uncomfortable, just breathe normal, but bring your attention to your breath. Maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest or listen to your breath if you can. So those are your options if breathing deeply isn't comfortable for you today. So we're going to start with our right arm, just like we did throughout the month. And we're going to start our inhale and then move, lifting the right arm. Start your exhale and then move. Start your inhale and then move. Start your exhale and then move. Inhale and then start to move. Start your exhale and then move, lowering that arm. We're going to switch to the left arm. So start your inhale and then move the arm. Start your exhale and start to lower your arm. Start the inhale and move the arm. Start your exhale and move. Start your inhale, move. Start your exhale, lower. We're going to put both arms together. So start your inhale, lift. Start your exhale and lower. Start your inhale and lift. Start your exhale and lower. Start your inhale, then move. Start your exhale and then move. Now let your body go back to its natural way of breathing. Sometimes we feel a little bit lighter after we do a breathing exercise. Just notice how you feel. Just take a moment. Maybe you feel a little different, maybe you don't. There is no right or wrong or good or bad, just what is.
Okay, we're going to start warming up our neck, and we're going to do sunrise, sunset, little neck rolls. So we're all going to look over our right shoulder. And when we inhale, we'll let our chin come up and exhale as our chin comes down. Inhale that chin up. Exhale, chin comes down. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, our chin comes down. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the center and exhale. And we'll just come back to center. When we do the sunset, it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to look over our right shoulder, but we're going to inhale here and exhale when our chin comes down, and inhale when our chin comes up. Exhale when our chin comes down, and inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll bring our neck back to center, or our head back in line with our spine. We're going to do our neck circles like we do every week. So just pick a direction, any size will do. And we try to line up our breath with these movements because they're constant. There's not really a pause in it. So when our chin is up, we're inhaling. And when our chin comes down, we're exhaling. So if we can line that up, that's great. Come back to center, and then we're going to go in the other direction. So whichever direction you were going before, choose the opposite. Remember, chin up is the inhale, chin down is the exhale. Maybe 2 more. And then we'll come back to center. All right, we're going to work on our shoulders and warming those up. So we will, all of us, bring our arms up to shoulder height. Clench your fists, and then we're going to roll our wrists forward. And I can hear the cracking all the time. Both of mine are cracking. Then we'll pause, and then we start to inhale, and then move. Our palms touch. Exhale, and then bring our hands to heart center. Then we're going to bring our arms to shoulder height. Clench our fists, and we're going to roll our circles backwards. Cracking is normal. And then we'll pause, take an inhale, and then move. Palms touch. Exhale, and then move. Hands to heart center. All right. We're going to bring our arms to shoulder height again. Keep our palms out straight. And this time we're going to make circles going forward with our whole arms. It doesn't matter what size the circles are. Just roll them out. And then we'll pause. Inhale. And then move arms up overhead. Palms touch. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. All right, we're going to bring our arms to shoulder height again. And then we're going to do circles going backwards. Palms are flat. We're just warming up this area. Pause. Palms up. Inhale. Then move. palms touch, exhale, then move, hands to heart center. Okay, we are going to do some sun breaths that helps us work on our breath and moving. So hands are at heart center, and we're going to start our inhale, and then we move. Arms come out and up or forward and up. Palms touch. Then we exhale. Then we bring our hands back to heart center. We're going to do 2 more. So begin the inhale and then begin to move. Arms up, palms touch. Exhale and then move. Again, we're going to inhale and then move. Arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale and then move. Hands to heart center. Okay, we are going to do some side stretches, and we're going to try to line up our breath with that also. We're going to start by leaning to the right. So we'll take our left arm as the one we're going to be using. So we're going to inhale and then move. Arm comes up and then exhale as we go over. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, then bring her. We're going to do the opposite arm. Inhale, then move. Exhale, and then lean. Inhale, then move. And exhale, and then bring her on down. And then we're just going to keep going. Inhale, and then move. Exhale, and lean. Inhale, then move. And exhale, and then bring her on down. Other arm. Inhale, and then move. And exhale, and then lean. Inhale, then move. Exhale, then bring our arm down. Okay, inhale. I'm supposed to inhale, then move. I'll be okay. Exhale, then lean. Inhale, then move. Exhale, then let our arms drop. That's about enough of those. Roll that out. Now we're going to do 2 twists, one for each direction, which is great. All right, we're going to take our right hand and place it on our left knee. And our left hand goes behind us like a kickstand. We're all facing forward right now. We're all going to take an inhale together. And when we exhale, we're going to look to the left. Now this might be good enough for you, but some of us need a little bit more. So we're going to inhale again. And when we exhale, we're going to look over the left shoulder. Now, wherever you are, you want to take a breath and breathe twisted. It's good for us. Let's bring our head back in line with our spine and then release and relax. Okay. We're going to take our left hand and place it on our right knee. And we're going to place our right hand behind us like a kickstand. We're all facing forward right now. We're going to inhale and exhale, look to the right. Now, if this is not enough, we take another inhale and then we exhale and look up over the right shoulder. We breathe here, twisted. All right, bring our head back in line with our spine and release and relax. We're gonna go down to our hips.
Okay, torso rolls. Any size circle will do. Your hips and your low back will probably make that decision for you. And so let's do it together. So we're going to lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left. And exhale as we lean back. Lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean left. And exhale as we lean back. Do 3 more on your own, noticing what you feel as you move. Remembering, inhaling is when the body's forward, and exhaling is when the body leans back. Notice what you feel. And we'll all come back to center when we've completed our 3. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling in your hips. Do your hips feel like they're waking up? There's energy moving around. You're going to go in the opposite direction. So lean to the left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as we lean back. Lean to the left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as we lean back. 3 more on your own, noticing what you feel. Is it different than going in the opposite direction? Is it the same? Just notice and feel. Remembering the inhaling is forward and exhaling is back. When you've completed your 3, we'll all meet in center. Take a moment again to notice what you're feeling in the hips. Are they really awake now? Excuse me. Do you feel the energy moving in the hips? Let's just notice any sensations. So we're going to move on to hands and knees, which is tabletop. So mat students, come to your hands and knees. Chair students, just stay seated. Okay, we're going to align Kate in this pose. So hands are shoulder distance apart. Your fingers, they're spread wide. The shoulders are over the wrists. However, if you have sensitive wrists, you can always use this for wrists, or you can move the hands out a little bit farther in front of you. If not, those wrists are directly under the shoulders. Hips are over the knees, and when you look between your legs, your feet are directly behind the knees, not too close or splayed out the feet. So we're going to be moving on to cow and cat. I'm going to cue for mat students. If you're practicing in the chair, you'll hear me say inhale, and your elbows are going to be right here next to your waist, if you can. And when I say inhale, gently start to pull those elbows back. I'll say rotate the shoulders open and back. So then you open your shoulders, and you can look forward, or maybe you can look up. But if you choose to look up, be mindful of those vertebrae in the back of the neck. We don't want to squish those. Then I'll say exhale, and we're going to start to round our spine, round our shoulders. The hands can go to the knees, and the chin goes toward the chest. So we're all going to do that together. So let's see how we do. So here we go. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or the knees with the hands, chin comes toward the chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back, look forward or up. Exhale, drop your tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or knees with hands, chin comes toward the chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back, we look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or the knees with your hands, Chin comes to chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or the knees with your hands. Chin comes to chest. Stay right here. Mat students, push firmly into the mat if you can, so that your shoulder blades are not sinking. Everyone may be feeling a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. Just notice what you feel. And we're going to bring our neck, our head in line with our neck and our spine. Because we're going to do some more torso rolls, hip rolls. Kate's going to demonstrate on the mat here. We just make circles.
We can create circles with our hips.
But if this is wonky on the knees,
Then
just
go back and forth.
side to side, or don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it at all if it doesn't work for you.
Or you can cushion those knees with your towel or blanket.
If you're in the chair, you guys just do.
We're just doing our torso rolls again.
Mm,
Maybe you could even lift the sitting bones up off the
And
mat,
then
the
make
chair.
sure we go in the other direction.
Yeah, change directions, maybe lifting.
Mhm.
Just get a little bit more fluidity in those hips. Get that blood moving.
Mhm.
If you've gone in both directions, we'll come back to center. Mat students are going to sit back on their heels, big toes touching. Now we've been on those wrists for a while, so if you'd like to roll out your wrists, take the opportunity to do that now. Going to go in both directions. If you're practicing in the chair, we're just going to sit back comfortably. And we're going to revisit our inner dependence. And I just like to say that trust in ourselves. And yeah, go inside. That's where the most genuine, authentic you is.
What did Rumi say?
Rumi said, all that you need lies within.
I like that one. Yeah. Okay, so we're all going to head for down dog. So whether you're in the mat or on the chair, we're headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, your fingers are spread wide. We're going to curl our toes, lift our hips. If you're in the chair, you're creating that same V shape that we're in. Everyone's going to walk their dog. If you're in the chair, you just point and flex your feet. If you're on the mat, you're going to bend and straighten each leg like bicycling. We're stretching out our hamstrings and our calves and just warming our legs up and getting ready for more movement. If you're on the mat, you're going to slowly take baby steps toward your hands. If you're in the chair, you'll meet us in a forward fold.
And if you need blocks, you can always use them in the chair or on the mat. Brings the earth closer.
Now we're going to all slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. If you're dizzy or lightheaded, pump your hands. Helps with that. Bring those shoulders up and let them melt down the back. Okay, so every week we do sun salutations because sun salutations will be seen in other classes also. They will call it chaturanga. We do the modification, which is knees, chest, chin. So we're going to try to do this lining up our breath and our movement like we're working on. So everybody's hands can be at heart center to start. And then we're going to take an inhale. And then we're going to move and bring our hands up overhead, palms touch. And then we're going to exhale. And then fold forward. And our hands will find the mat or the bounce. We'll start to inhale. And we'll go to that half lift. Hands can find the shins or the thighs. And now we're going to exhale. and then move, find our hands, come back to the mat. This time we're gonna plant our hands. We're gonna step back with our right foot. Our left foot's gonna come back to meet it. If you're on the mat, if you're in the chair, you're just gonna hold, please. On the mat, we're in plank. We're gonna go from our knees. When we go to our chest and chin, our elbows stay close to the body. We are all going to do a baby back bend, but we're gonna start to breathe. And then we'll do our baby cobra. Then exhale, and then come back to the mat. And we're all gonna find our way back to down dog. So if you're in the chair, find down dog. If you're on the mat, go through tabletop to down dog. And we're all gonna step up. Well, those of us on the mat are gonna step up with the same foot we step back with, which is our right foot. And chair students will head to a forward fold with us. Then we're gonna start our inhale and then move to our half lift. And then we'll exhale. And then we'll find our hands come back to the mat. Now we're all slowly gonna rise up one vertebrae at a time. Coming back to standing. All right, that was one side. Now we're gonna do the other side, the left side. So lining up our breath again. Our hands come back to heart center. We start the inhale. And then we bring our hands up overhead. Then we exhale. And then we fold forward. Hands come to the mat. Then inhale. Then find our half lift. Exhale. And then find the mat again. Plant your hands, step back with your left foot. If you're on the mat, right foot comes back to meet it. We're in plank. Knees, chest, chin. We're all together. Gonna do our baby back bend. So we will start the inhale and then move. Start the exhale and then come back out. We're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you'll go through tabletop. Head for down dog. Now, if you're on the mat, you're gonna step up with the same foot you step back with, which is our left foot. So we're gonna step up. Everyone's gonna meet in forward fold. Now we're gonna start to take that inhale and then move to our half lift. Exhale, then bring our hands back to the mat. This time it's gonna be a big inhale and we're gonna rise up. So start the inhale and then finish our inhale up here. Palms touch, exhale. And then move. Hands to heart center. Yay.
How does that feel? Do you feel energy moving around now?
We moved it.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to our foundational flow, which is warrior two, straight leg reverse warrior, and side angle. And hopefully I'll remember it this week. Last week I was trying to, skip a few. So, okay, if you're seated in the chair, you can widen your stance and wait for us. If you're practicing on the mat, widen your stance also. Feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat. The only thing that's going to move is you're going to rotate your right foot so that it points toward the short side of your mat. Now, if that bothers your ankle, just find your way to get your foot pointing toward the short side of your mat, okay? Now, our hip bones, we want them to stay facing the long side of the mat, okay? Now we're gonna bend into our right knee, check to make sure that it's not falling in. We don't want an injury. And also we moved. Did the shoulders go with us? That happens sometimes. Kate's shoulders are directly over her hips. That's what we want. Okay, so, all right, ready. Warrior two. So we're gonna bring our arms out to the sides, shoulder height. We're going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to turn and look out our right arm all the way down our right middle finger. Relax your shoulders. Push into the mat with all four sides of your feet. Warrior two. Mat students, straighten that front leg. And we're going to bring our left arm down. And we're going to inhale that right arm up and back. Chair students, you can hang on to your chair if you need to. And as you exhale, we're going to reach. You can look down if that's better for you, behind you, like Kate is doing, or you can look up. And we're going to inhale, come up. This was reverse warrior, straight leg. And now we're going to bend back into that right knee. Check the alignment. And we're going to bring that right forearm onto the right thigh, but not putting too much weight on it. And we're going to take our left arm, inhale it up. And as you exhale, then move, we're reaching. Reaching, this is side angle. Try to keep that sitting bone on the chair. And start your inhale, and then move. Bring that arm straight up. Start your exhale, and bring your arm down. Straighten your leg. Turn your feet parallel. Heel toe them into the center of your mat. Maybe close your eyes. Notice what you're feeling. Does one side of the body feel different than the other? Is there more energy moving around on one side of the body than the other? Go inside and feel. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side, our warrior two, straight leg reverse and side angle. Hopefully I'll remember. So chair students, open your stance. Mat students, open your stance. Feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat. This time, the only thing that's going to move is you're going to rotate the left foot, being mindful of your ankle. Okay, hip bones, once again, always toward the long side of your mat in warrior two. Hip bones. Thank you. There you go. We're going to bend into that left knee. Make sure it's not turning in. That could create an injury. Now we moved. Did our shoulders go with us? Make sure the shoulders stay over the hips. Yeah. Okay. This time we're going to bring our arms out to shoulder height again. Take that inhale. And as you exhale, turn and look out over the left arm, all the way down your left middle finger. Relax the shoulders if you can. Push into the mat with all four sides of your feet. This is warrior two. Mat students, straighten that front leg. This time, it's the right arm that's going to go down. Chair students can reach for the chair. We're going to inhale the left arm up. And exhale, reverse, reach. You can look up, you can look down as Kate does. Do what's comfortable for you. You aren't dizzy. And we're going to inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the arms down. Bend into the left knee again, okay? We're going to do side angle. So we're going to bring that left forearm onto the left thigh, not putting too much weight on there. Then we're going to inhale that right arm up. And as you start your exhale, then move. Reaching, if you're on the chair, try to keep both sitting bones on the chair. This is your side angle. And start your inhale. And then bring that arm straight up. Start your exhale and let that arm come down. Straighten the leg. Turn the feet parallel. Heel toe them into the middle of your mat. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling. Do both sides of your body feel close to the same, more open, a lot of energy moving around? Just notice. We're going to move on to our balance, which I believe was stork. Oh, I don't have mine. Okay. All righty, all the weight goes into the left foot. Find your one spot that you're going to concentrate on. Looking down is sometimes easier for seniors. Hold on to the chair, finger touch, or just have it there for comfort. And we're just going to lift that right leg and take one breath. Sometimes flexing the foot helps. Lower that leg. Soften your knee if you need to. Put all the weight into the left foot. Find that one spot to concentrate on and lift that right leg. 2 breaths. Lower. Soften your knee if you need to. All the weight goes into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. 3 breaths. Lift that right knee. 3 breaths. And lower. Soften the knee. We're going to go on to the other side. So put all the weight into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. And we're going to lift the left knee to take 1 breath. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. All the weight goes into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift the left knee. 2 breaths. Flex the foot. That helps. And lower. Soften the knee if you need to. 3 breaths. Put all the weight into the right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift that left knee for 3 breaths. And lower. Soften your knee. Now we're going to add our arms, only if you'd like to. Yoga is all optional. You choose what works for you. Put all the weight into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift the right leg and both arms. 1 breath. Lower. Soften the knee if you need to. All the weight into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift the knee and both arms and 2 breaths. Lower. Soften the knee. Okay, all the weight in the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate. Lift that right knee and your arms. 3 breaths. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. Moving to the other side. So all the weight in the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift the left leg and both arms. 1 breath. And lower. Soften your knee. Weight goes in the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift the left leg, both arms. 2 breaths. Lower. Soften the knee. All the weight goes into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift the left leg, both arms, and 3 breaths. And lower. Soften the knee. 1 more. It's a challenge, but only if you'd like to do it or try. All the weight goes into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. And we're going to lift the right leg and both arms. And we're going to see if we can straighten our leg. And if you can recite the alphabet backwards. No, just kidding. Notice what you're feeling. Good job, everybody. Okay, bring that knee in and lower. Soften the knee. Other side, if you like. Yogi's choice. All the weight goes into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift that left knee and both arms. Straighten the left leg if you'd like. Notice the difference in one side and the other. Try to relax your shoulders. Not hold your breath. Alrighty, good job, everybody. Bring it in, down, soften those knees. And mat students, find your mountain pose. Inhale, start your inhale, then move. And then as you start your exhale, then move. Bend your knees a lot. Come on down to the mat. Go into your child's pose. Chair students, sit back comfortably.
This is where we revisit Mr. Happy and Mr. Unhappy. Anyway, I did some more reading about when we're, our interdependence, when we have a strong inner relationship, we cope well with our emotions, we're self-aware, we have clarity, we have a good sense of our own values. So I love that. I just feel like those things are important and they lie within. So we are going to come up out of child's pose. And we're going to bring our feet around in front of us if you're on mats. Because we're going to be doing some core work, whether you're in the chair or on the mat. We're going to be doing that marching abs that we've done the last few weeks. So if you're on the mat, you will be coming back about halfway to the floor. You can place your hands behind your knees or behind your thigh here. If you are in the chair, you can hold on to the sides of the chair, but you guys are going to be scooching up, maybe not to the very edge of your chair, but giving a little bit of room to where you can lean back and hit the back of your chair. And then we're going to back and forth, lifting our legs, working our abs. And we will try to line up breath, but we're going to line up breath. Line up breath is when we are moving constantly, and our breath, we try to line it up with what we're doing. So everybody get halfway down. We all take an inhale, and then the right leg comes up first as we exhale. Inhale as our foot goes down. Exhale, bring up the left leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's our last one. And roll forward. If you're on the mat, you can put your feet butterfly and fold forward. Or you can have your legs together, whatever feels good. It just takes the pressure off our lower back. So we're going to do that again. We'll do 3 again, which means 3 on each side. So everybody get into position. We put our hands behind our thighs here, and we come halfway back. We take an inhale. An exhale, our right leg comes up. Inhale as our leg comes down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, everybody fold forward. I have something to say. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors, that means you are using your front of your hips here instead of your abs. So try to engage your abs. Okay, now we're going to slowly come back to the mat. And if you're on the mat, and we're going to do a long stretch, everybody. So arms up overhead, legs go long on the mat. We can lean to the left and right, like a banana shape. Get that all stretched out. We're going to do our last twist of class. And it is, we're going to let our left leg be straight and bring our right leg into our chest and hold it. If you're in the chair, you're going to put your right leg over your left leg. In the chair, twists are done with your upper body. When you're on the mat, twists are done with your lower body. So we're basically in this, I would call it a stork position. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to lean to the left, but we're going to try to stack our hips if we're on the mat. If you're in the chair, you just twist. And we breathe here. Feels real good. All right. And then we'll bring our head back in line with our spine if it's not. And we will just roll out and relax. We're going to do the other direction. So we're going to straighten our right leg and bend our left leg, and we can hold on to it for a little bit. If you're in the chair, you're going to take your left leg and place it over your right leg. Everyone's going to twist. Chair students are going to twist with their upper body, and we're going to twist with our lower body. So everybody take a deep breath in and exhale. If you're on the mat, try to stack those hips. I have a hurt shoulder on the right side here, and so I can't really put my arm down, but some people, their arm can be on the ground and it can be in like cactus or what have you, but do what's comfortable for you. And we breathe here in the twist. It feels so good. Then bring your head back in line with your spine. And then everybody just roll out and relax. We're going to prepare for the last pose of class,
which is Shavasana. So your legs can be long down the mat, feet flopped out to the side. You can cushion your knees with a blanket or a towel, or you could walk your feet out to the outer edges of the mat and let the knees knock together. Takes out the pressure in the low back. Make the choice that works for you. If you're in the chair, just sit back comfortably. And I want everyone to bring their attention to their heels. If you're on the mat, bring your attention to your heels, your calves. Move up to your hips. Allow them to feel heavy like we did in the beginning of class when you were in seated. Let the back body feel heavy. The shoulders, the backs of the arms, backs of the hands, backs of the head. Chair students, the bottoms of the feet feel heavy. And the sit bones feel heavy. Just take notice. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose. And we'll sigh. No more doing, no more trying. Breathe as your body likes to breathe. Your opportunity to do 100% nothing. Welcome to Shavasana. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a deeper breath back into your body. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe those wrists and ankles, if you like. Come back to stillness. Move the head side to side like we did in the beginning of class. Noticing if you've removed tension or you've collected tension. That can happen also. Just notice. Come back to center. Yogi's choice to bring your hands together in front of your heart, if you wish. And Cadye and I, our invitation for you today is to notice how you're feeling right now. And if you feel different than the beginning of class, maybe a little more peaceful, a little more zen, we also ask that you notice what you feel on the inside. Maybe your physical body, the back body might feel heavy and the front body feel light. Go inside and notice how you feel in there. And if you're peaceful, memorize it. Remember it. Anytime your peace gets disturbed out there in that chaos we call life, remember this peaceful feeling, the inside peaceful feeling. And to get there, there's always that tool that you have with you 24 hours a day, your breath. So our invitation and our wish is that you allow your breath to guide you back to peace inside yourself, to your authentic self, trusting yourself, trusting your gut. Rumi said, all that you need lies within. From our hearts to yours, namaste.
Namaste.
Remembering that we aren't here on the 8th, Monday the 8th. We'll be back Monday the 15th. And we love having you in class. Thank you for joining us.